So these winds, the first stream of Arabian Sea, right, when they are giving heavy amount of rainfall on the western sides of the Western Ghats, right, the height of the Western Ghats is 1 kilometer. Okay, the height of the monsoonal winds is 2.5 kilometers. Okay, the height of the Western Ghats is only 1 kilometer. The height of the monsoonal winds is 2.5 kilometers. So what is happening? The 2.5 kilometers wind, monsoonal winds are going like this, and only lower 1 kilometers of the winds are stopped by the Western Ghats. The rest 1.5 kilometers is going above the Western Ghats. So they are going above the Western Ghats and they are getting diverted towards the north. So wherever they are being obstructed, they will be giving the rainfall, otherwise they will not be giving the rainfall. So these areas of India, right, the northern Karnataka, right, Rayalaseema, Telangana, Marathwada areas will never get the rainfall during the rainy season until and unless they have the cyclone year or depression year. Normal rainy season, if only if the winds are stopped here, the other winds which got obstructed, they will be giving the rainfall. Otherwise, these areas will never give the, not get the rainfall. Right? Only during the cyclones here, this will be having the rainfall, because when the cyclones are originating, right, the cyclones will be having the raising and falling of the air. So the air raises, they come to the center, right, it raises and diverts and come down. So it is cycles, two cycles will be coming during the cyclones. Cycles of winds. So what is happening? Here one wind cyclone which is coming like this. Let us suppose this is a cyclone, the wind is coming like this, raising up and coming down. Right? So the wind which is coming down, that is called downdraft winds, guys. They will be obstructing the moisture laden winds and these areas will be getting the rainfall. So whenever you are having the cyclone in the Bay of Bengal, these areas will be getting the rainfall continuously. Otherwise these areas will never get the rainfall, which you might have witnessed, guys. Okay. So this is related to the progress of monsoons. Right. Next comes the rainfall in India. The rainfall distribution in India. The rainfall distribution in India. Yeah. So when we talk about the rainfall distribution, right, we have seen in the introductory part of India that the rainfall in India is not uniformly distributed. It is highly non-uniform. Though the average rainfall is 180 centimeters, right, we have seen that the Mawsyn and Cherrapunji will be receiving a record rainfall of more than 1200 centimeters, right. The Jaisalmer of Rajasthan will be recording the temperature rainfall of just 12 centimeters, right. So the variation is very high, right. So if you look at the other areas, the entire northeast is receiving more than 1,000 centimeters, right. The Western Ghats, western parts 400 to 500 centimeters. The central India 100 to 200 centimeters. Punjab, Haryana 60 to 70 centimeters, right. The Ladakh area 15 to 20 centimeters. Western Rajasthan 15 to 20 centimeters. Like that, lots of variations are seen, right. So, and one more question was asked in a preliminary examination, right. The Nellai Kottabomman district, which is present in the southern parts of Tamil Nadu, receives only 30 centimeters of rainfall, guys. I forgot to explain while explaining the monsoons. Right. So the Nellore Kottabomman district, which is present here, is receiving only 30 centimeters of rainfall. Why this receives only 30 centimeters of rainfall? It is because it is on the rain shadow regions of southwest monsoons and it is parallel to the Bay of Bengal branch. Okay, so these areas of southern Tamil Nadu will not receive the heavy rainfall because they are present to the rain shadow sides of the Western Ghats and parallel to the Bay of Bengal branch. So there is a reason because of which the Nellai, Katta, Bomman or Kotta, Bomman districts of Tamil Nadu receives only 30 centimeters of rainfall, guys. Right. So how we can divide the country into different zones or different areas. So based on the amount of rainfall received, the Indian climatologists have divided the country into 4 regions or areas. The areas of very high rainfall, okay, the areas of high rainfall, the areas of low rainfall and the areas of very low rainfall. That's it. Areas of very high, then high, low and very low. So which are the areas which will be receiving very high rainfall? Areas of very high rainfall. Yeah, guys. So all the areas which are receiving more than 200 centimeters of rainfall, all the areas in India which are receiving more than 200 centimeters of rainfall are put into this category, right? And they include the west coast of India from Mumbai to Tirunanthapuram. Okay, west coast of India from Mumbai to Tirunanthapuram and the whole of northeastern India, right, along with the northern tip of West Bengal, the Sikkim region and the surroundings. So these are all the areas which are receiving very high rainfall. So all these areas are receiving more than 200 centimeters of rainfall. Then the second one, the areas receiving high rainfalls. So all the areas which are receiving 100 to 200 centimeters are included into it. High rainfall areas 100 to 200 centimeters, and they are the eastern parts of the Western Ghats. Here we have seen the Western Ghats, right? So the eastern sides of the Western Ghats receive the rainfall between 100 to 200 centimeters, right? And major parts of the North India also receives the rainfalls of 100 to 200 centimeters, along with the parts of Chhattisgarh, right? What do you say? Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, etc. These are also the areas which will be receiving 100 to 200 centimeters here, right? And 100 to 200 centimeters of rainfall is received even by Tamil Nadu because it is getting the rainfall from northeastern monsoons. Okay, so Tamil Nadu, guys. So this is related to the 100 to 200 centimeters. Next, one of the question was asked in our preliminary examination. The ISO height. What is an ISO height, guys? The areas receiving or recording same rainfall is called ISO height, right? So they have drawn one diagram, Indian diagram, guys, right? And they have drawn one line here and said what this line represents, right? So one of the option was Western Ghats, right? But Western Ghats are not like this. The Western Ghats are like this. They are coming close in the center, Karnataka. Yesterday we have seen, right? So these are going straight. So this is the 100 centimeter ISO height, guys. Okay. So eastern sides of the Western Ghats. In the examination also one of the option was given. Western Ghats was one of the option. But the original answer was 100 centimeters ISO height, right? The another 100 centimeters ISO height is going here, guys. The 100 centimeters ISO height is going from the south of Kashmir, right, entering into UP, right, and nearer to Allahabad it is coming down, right, and going over eastern Madhya Pradesh, right, western Madhya Pradesh, eastern Maharashtra, right, northern AP, Orissa. Just now we have seen 100 to 200, right? So here this is the 100 centimeters ISO height, guys. Okay, so this is one another question which may be asked. Next comes the areas of low temperature.